Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Folge 16 von If My Heart Had Wings. In der letzten Folge haben wir direkt die erste Decision gehabt, wo ich natürlich direkt einen Savepoint gesetzt habe. Und im Anschluss hat dann Aoi unter Amanes Leitung sein Pilot-Training aufgenommen mit ihrem selbstgebauten Simulator. Well, das war der erste richtige Tag an Club-Activities, den sie erlebt haben, und wir machen am nächsten Tag weiter. Wow, what's this? Ja, jedes Mal, wenn ich in dieses Spiel reinkomme, jedes einzelne Mal drücke ich erstmal Leertaste, anstatt Enter, um weiterzumachen. Warum? Warum so Buttonbelegung? Neuer Jam. Yeah. After school we went to the garage and saw a huge pile of cardboard boxes and tin cans. Yo, guys. Das passt nicht zu ihr. Ich kann mir Amane nicht vorstellen, wie sie Yo sagt. Ich frage mich, was sie da übersetzt haben. What is all this? Oh, it finally arrived. Before Amane-senpai answered, Ageha, who came a little after us, saw all this stuff and her eyes lit up. Das Material, was sie bestellt hat, oder was? These are the materials for making the main wings. There are still some outside, so could you give me a hand with carrying them? We brought the materials inside with a great deal of effort. Ageha compared them with the order summary. Okay, everything is here. Alright. Dieses Fu. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie die sich vorstellen, dass das irgendjemand ausspricht. Ich würde niemals lachen als so Onomatopoetics. Ja. With this we can finally build the wings. Ageha was extremely enthusiastic. Okay, very cool. What's this big thing here? It's huge, but really light. Ich finde gut, dass sie dabei auch immer so pointed mit ihrem Finger. It's styrofoam. We'll use it to make the model. The length of a single wing is about 8 meters. To make a model of something like this, we'll need quite a lot of it. That means we'll also need large amounts of other materials. Once they're complete, we'll be able to fly, right? Let's start making them right away. Kotori also was in high spirits, but it's not like she knew how to make them. How do we build them? Can we do it here? They're made from FRP, so I think that we probably won't need any special equipment. The space shouldn't be a problem either. Isn't that right, Amane-senpai? Yeah, the current wings were made here as well. But what is that? FRP? I wasn't familiar with that term. It's strengthened plastic. The main wings are built from this material. Strengthened plastic? I still didn't quite get what she was talking about. The broken wings were propped against the wall. They were smooth and hard. I thought they were made from aluminum or something. Wouldn't the plastic crack though? Kotori asked as she looked at the broken part. Well, yeah, that's obviously what happened. That's not a problem, when they are properly made, that is. It's strange, I thought I did make them properly. Amane-senpai stood beside Kotori and also gazed at the broken part, lost in thought. Wie hat sie das eigentlich überlebt, dass literally im Flug die Flügel gebrochen sind? FRP is really sturdy. It's made of plastic mixed with glass fibers, which increases its strength. It's based on the same concept as reinforced concrete. Reinforced concrete? You know, the concrete with reinforcing iron bars. Aha, god damn it! Sprechen. You know, the concrete with reinforcing iron bars passing through it. Concrete is hard, but it's weak against pulling or bending forces. The iron bars inside it compensate for this weakness. FRP is similar. Plastic that is hard but inflexible is reinforced by mixing it with glass fiber. I see. I said this for now. I'm not quite sure if I understood it or not though. Dude, du bist auf einer Technical Dings da High School. Was macht ihr da bitte? Das war jetzt nicht so kompliziert. We'll probably learn the details in class sooner or later. Yeah, it's this kind of school after all. Okay. Why is FRP used instead of iron or aluminum? Well, weight. It has several advantages, so when it comes to glider construction, it's probably the most suitable material. That's right, at present gliders are made mainly from FRP. Of course, metal is strong, but making them from plastic reduces the weight. It's easy to process and inexpensive. It can be easily maintained later and does not corrode. Amane-senpai was nodding, agreeing with each point. By the way, some unexpectedly familiar things are also made from FRP, you know? Huh? What could those be? The bumpers of cars, or the hull of fishing boats, apparently. And stuff like swan boats at the park, or that colonel guy standing at the storefront of KFC. When she mentioned the colonel, Kotori and I nodded in agreement. I've touched that statue many times when I was messing around with my friends from the cycling club and taking silly pictures next to it. I see. That's FRP, huh? So you can build a glider from the same material as the colonel? I wasn't sure whether her murmur expressed delight over the glider feeling more familiar or sadness over her dream being shattered a bit. How exactly do we make them? Oh yes, to explain it simply, first you make the model of the wing, then cover it with materials that make up FRP. We begin with this. Ageha opened one of the just delivered boxes and pulled out some sort of cloth-like material. First we spread out this glass mat. This is the glass fiber we were talking about earlier. Then we paint its top with resin. After that, another layer of fiberglass is laid out, and we apply the resin again, and repeat that a few times. After that, we wait for it to dry, then take it off. And it's complete? No, not yet. It's finished once the surface has been polished and painted. Sounds easy. That's because that explanation was very summarized. Actually, there are many more steps. When making something this big, there are places where normal methods don't apply. Well, let's take it one step at a time. Senpai, could you show me the plans? Ageha ist richtig engaged beim Zeug machen. Also, herstellen. While Ageha was looking at the plans, she started discussing something with Amane-senpai. I see. Looks like we have no choice but to split it here and then join it later. But if we do that will have problems with the weight. If it's too heavy... The conversation moved on to things that we didn't understand. Senpai, could you leave making the main wings to me? Sure, I don't mind. You'll do it better than me, right? Thank you. Hamane-san. Kotori was surprised when she heard her name suddenly called out. I think it's high time she got used to it a little. What is it? Hamane-san, give me a hand, okay? Of course, that's why I'm here. I'll help too. Only when we will need an extra pair of hands. The simulator should be your priority. Kotori gave me an uneasy glance. Okay. I'll leave it to you then. Yeah, leave it to us. With that, Ageha became the supervisor and the construction of the main wings had begun. Okay. Well then, give it a try. Do it just like I explained. First, we have to make the model from styrofoam. However, the polyester resin dissolves the styrofoam, so it needs to be coated before we start. Until just now, Kotori had been taking Ageha's improvised FRP course. She's very diligent, so she noted down everything. She was now reviewing it as they proceeded with the work. For now, it was still just practice. They were trying to make something not related to the main wings. We apply the polyester resin with a roller over the laid out glass mat. Ah, no, you have to paint it more firmly. I am. When you get to the corner, use a brush. Don't apply too much resin. I know that. Jeez, you're annoying. If you leave any bubbles, they will create cavities. Those places will be weaker. And then the wings will break again. I see they're having fun. Dieses Gesicht ist auch einfach. Amane-senpai was standing beside me and teaching me about piloting made a slightly hurt expression. Oof. Are you alright, senpai? Yeah, I'm fine. She answered still with that hurt look. It seems that she had a complex about her lack of Sprechen, god damn it. It seems that she had a complex about her lack of dexterity. So, how's it going? We're practicing flying on the simulator. When turning, if you don't apply enough rudder or your timing is too slow, then it can slip. On the other hand, if you use too much rudder or your timing is too quick, then it can cause a skid. Slip and skid terms are used when the glider is moving diagonally. They occur when the nose isn't properly aligned while you're turning. During both the slip and the skid, the glider's alignment towards the relative wind is shifted and we will lose lift. Even if we assume, for example's sake, that there's no wind at all, the glider itself is moving through the air with a certain speed, which causes the air to move around the wings. This is called relative wind. So if the glider is moving diagonally, it's like it is receiving a diagonal wind. The glider is the most efficient when it catches the wind from the front. The reduction lift that Amane-senpai mentioned occurs because it doesn't get the wind directly from the front in this situation. The lift decreases while turning, even without slipping or skidding, so when they do occur, you will lose altitude considerably. Excuse me. Oh, Akari is back. The Vice President Kumoi Akari-san entered the garage. Worüber will sie sich jetzt beschweren? Die sind doch alle produktiv hier. Hi, Vice President. Hello, Mochizuki-senpai. Also, hello. Our eyes met, so I quickly bowed my head. Hello, Mina-sekun. Akari-san looked around the garage and nodded with satisfaction. Okay, sehr schön. Keine Beschwerden. It looks like you're doing proper work. Yeah, this almost seems like club activities, don't you think? Almost? She said this proudly. These actually are club activities though, yeah. Anyway, do you need something? I just came to see how things are going. It wasn't too great last time. As you can see, we're doing very well. Yes, I can tell just by looking. Okay, she had a bit of a sharp tongue, but only when she was talking to me for some reason. Okay. I didn't notice so far. Why though? Vice President Kumoi Akari-sama gave me a firm, scrutinizing look. He certainly has a gentle face. He doesn't seem like a bad guy, but I shouldn't let my guard down, would? Would? Please no. Is something wrong? No, nothing. Does she have a problem with me? Akari-san went over to the other two working at the back of the garage. May I take a look at that? Boah, sie lächelt sogar. Krass. Oh, Akari-san, go ahead. How about this? Yes, that looks good. That's FRP, isn't it? What are you making? A dish. A dish? We're practicing. We want to build wings for the glider, but it would have been troublesome if we started making them right away and messed up. Now we have to wait for it to harden, then we'll polish and paint it. Kotori was muttering while checking her notes. Habane-san, once you've finished using the roller and the brush, you should wash them immediately. Sie gibt das auch noch Tipps? Ist sie auch im Robotics Club, oder? When the resin hardens, you won't be able to use them anymore. Oh, really? Kotori hurriedly went to wash them. That was a close call. She almost ruined some of the club equipment we had just bought. Also, resin mixed with curing agent hardens easy at high temperatures. The container should be kept in shade and in a cool place if possible. Uh-huh. Kotori unrefinedly wiped her wet hands on her skirt and made a note of Akari-san's advice. Making the main wings will take a long time, so we have to think about such things too. Ageha was also thinking about it with a serious expression. Was ist heute los bei mir mit Sprechen? After confirming that the other two were doing proper club activities, Akari-san came back here looking relieved. Okay, very nice. It seems like everything is going well. Yeah, Amane-senpai answered proudly. She looked happy to be praised like that. Anyway, there's actually one more thing I'd like to discuss. Have you chosen the vice president of the club? Vice president? The other two working at the opposite side of the garage stopped and turned their attention this way. Yes. Mochizuki-senpai, while you're very talented, there are some situations you can't handle well all by yourself, right? At times like this, having someone else around will be very helpful. I mean, there are 3 other people around, you don't need a vice president for that, but okay. Apart from Amane-senpai, everyone's expressions showed understanding. This doesn't look like understanding to me, but okay. It probably wasn't just Akari-san. Previous student council members also must have had troubles dealing with Amane-senpai. She was a very unique person. Sometimes she had ideas that differed from general social norms. The issue with the club status revokement the other day and the fact she kept repeating the year are prime examples of this. Vice President suggested that having a so-called manager would have helped a lot with negotiations and such. However, what she really has in mind is a mediator, right? From the few days we had spent together, I could already tell that Amane-senpai probably wasn't fit for this role. Senpai will decide the very existence of the club, plan the activities and such. Bringing everyone together to carry everything out will be the Vice President's duty. Yeah, I understand. I will choose someone. Very democratic. That's good to hear. After she nodded with relief, Akari-san stole a glance at me again. What the hell? I wonder if she'll choose this Minase Aoi. According to Kanako-san, he's popular, proactive, not bad looking either. Okay. No way, what am I thinking? Wow. Say, what was this just now? Eh? Well, you were sort of glancing at me, so... I wasn't looking at you. You're too self-conscious, Minase-kun. I was just observing the Soaring Club's activities, that's all. I see. Sorry. She didn't just steal a few glances though, she was staring at me pretty hard. Well, that's all for now. Ey man, good looking, ja? Dieser Typ. Ah! Akari-san finished her business and hurriedly left. Das war alles andere als eine gute Imitation. Das hörte sich eher an, wie wenn ich Schluck auf habe. But stumbled over a cardboard box on the way. Jeez, what's this box doing here? This time she left for good. What was that? Ist jemand mit dem Zeigefinger? Ich muss sagen, das finde ich schon irgendwie lustig, wenn die Vorstellung einfach jemand, der so jedes Mal auf Dinge zeigt, wenn er irgendwas seltsam findet oder ja. I wonder, maybe she has a thing for Aoi. Damn, Agea! What is happening? Huh? Oh! Das Gesicht von Amane passt so perfekt. Also sonst finde ich, wird es häufig an Stellen eingesetzt, was irgendwie nicht passt, weil es hat so, ja, gewisse Vibes. What are you saying all of a sudden? Well, the Vice President was looking at you the whole time. She was looking after all. Yes, she was. No, that wasn't the case. Come on, get back to work. Vor allem, warum interessiert ihn, also, warum verteidigt er sich jetzt so, weil er hat literally nichts gemacht. I drove them away with a vague answer and they returned to their work. Isn't he blushing a little? He is. Akari-san is beautiful after all. I can hear you. Senpai, what are we going to do about the issue brought up about the club vice president role? What should we do? Is there anyone who wants to do it? The other two girls exchanged glances and then turned and looked at me. Okay. Me? Sort of. Pointing again. Sort of. This isn't something you can decide just sort of. Think it over more carefully, senpai. I mean, that's how you get Vorsitzender der Netz AG. Because literally no one else wants to do it. Okay, I get it. Like this, I concluded the topic I had brought up myself. Nice. Good work. Good job. With that out of the way, everyone keep your whispering to a minimum and concentrate on your work. Yes. You're acting like the vice president already. He's surprisingly eager. I think that Aoi-kun will be a good choice. Everyone got back to work while mumbling to themselves. Ah, yes. It's about time to go home. I would have liked to stay and work a bit longer, though. The sooner we complete this, the sooner we'll be able to fly. Kotori muttered a complaint to herself. We were supposed to leave school by 6:30 p.m. There was a rule that you had to submit a notice of club activities extension in order to stay longer, okay? However, I had my dorm mother work to do, and Kotori was also helping with dinner preparations. We had to leave at the normal time anyway. Tomorrow we are going to finish up the test dish, and then we can move on to making the model of the main wings. Finally, we'll start the real thing. It would be troublesome if we rushed things and it ended up breaking again, so let's work on it with all due care. Yeah. At noon things were still pretty awkward between them, but it seems that after half a day had passed, they've opened up to each other. Very nice. By the way, Aoi, what do you think of Akari-san? Huh? That's right, I thought that we should press you for answers once club activities had finished. What's this all about? There's nothing to question me about. Come on, tell us already. Yeah, tell us. These two... Let's dash back home. Everyone at the dorm is waiting on empty stomachs. I started running, pushing Kotori's wheelchair. Ah, wait! Why are you dodging the question? Apparently those two getting along too well will also be a problem.